What is up, guys? Okay, so today we are going to be talking about Rad-140. Okay, so Rad-140, what is it? Rad-140 is a Sarm. So if you're watching this video, I imagine you probably already know what a Sarm is, or you wouldn't be watching this, because this isn't going to be like a total education video on how it works. This is more of just my personal experience with it and an honest review of it. So, starting Thursday, April 25th of 2018, I was running a RAD-140 cycle with, in addition to YK11, a little bit of SR9009, and towards the end, GW50156. So, week one, here's some pictures of me. Not really anything different. Pretty much the same as when I finished up the YK11. I'm making these videos in the chronological order. So, day 5 of the first week, I noted a possible increase in aggression. And day 6, I noted that I repped 205 5 times in a row. So, that was a pretty big strength change because just a month or so before, or 2 months before actually, 205 was my max. So if you just let that sink in for a second, that's pretty crazy. Day 2, I max deadlift 365, which I'm sorry, but I don't have the, I didn't list like my current maxes when I started this because I never really had planned on making these videos or documenting them in any certain way other than these just being like for me to see progress. So let's see. I have out of order after day 6. It says day 2 and day 3, and for day 3 it says benched 225 2 times and max bench 235. To be honest, I don't know when that happened because it looks like I just wrote that out of place, or that was like a copy and paste error perhaps. So not really sure what's going on with that in my notes. Week 2, I have noted, they say week 2 is the telling point on whether SARMs work or not, and I was still unsure, but I was always a non-believer, and I'm always very skeptical of things before when I start taking them, especially because I was getting all this stuff from SARM Tech, which I really had a large distrust in because it's like really sketchy, or was really sketchy. It used to be sketchy. It's a lot better now. So here's some pictures of me, a really terrible back picture where I don't know how to flex for week 2. So I have noted for day 1 of week 2, there's no fucking doubt this shit works. Just deadlifted 405. I actually remember there. I think right here's a video of it happening. I was chilling with some of my friends, and they're like, "What the fuck, Tyler? You're a beast." So day 2, so after a very stressful scare of thinking I might be killing myself because I was getting the gain so fast and so strong, I decided with the help of Reddit users to run RAD-140 separately and then move on to the YK11 afterwards because apparently the YK ruins the RAD, which kind of makes sense to use the YK11 towards like the end of an RAD cycle just to like, you know, maximize like the myostatin once it builds up from the RAD 140. A little later, I decided to keep the YK going and just do half doses of both, so like half the max dose of both. I'm not able to go over doses of substances like that on Amazon or YouTube, not Amazon, but I mean you could look it up and just half it out. Like, so I went back to dosing the full dose of Rad and full dose of YK, and I talked to like some other guys on Reddit, and basically I found out that the people on Reddit are a bunch of fucking pussies. So week 4, I noticed that Stenabolic had run out, so that was no longer a part of my stack, so you could dismiss that from the future gains you will see. So this is pictures of me week 4. You can see that I'm looking very, very lean, like extremely lean. Another back picture of me not knowing how to flex. Notice the lighting actually in this picture, there's light on only one side, so it kind of creates the illusion that my back's fucked up. So week 5 is when I begun taking 10. So week 5, here's some pictures of me. This is when I added on Cardarine, GW, So that's some pictures of me. And then week 6 is when I finished. So these are the final week 6 pictures of me. So yeah, not as much in this video to report as there was when I was making the YK video, because that one was a lot more heavily documented because I didn't really know what was going on and I was kind of nitpicky with everything that I was doing. So as far as the Rad-140 goes, so one thing that I noticed, I didn't really record my weight much in that one, but I believe that I had started out around 186 or I think 188, and by the end of that, I was at 199. It kind of pissed me off that I was never able to hit 200, and because like after that cycle, I ran a very long PCT. Again with that cycle, because of the YK and the Rad, I had suppression worse than the first time around. And the weird thing is, between the original YK cycle and the RAD YK and a little bit of other stuff, because like the Stenobolic, that ran out like very soon into the cycle, and I started cartering like a week before the end of it. So that I'm going to be honest, the Stenobolic, which yeah, Stenobolic doesn't do anything. Don't fuck with Stenobolic. It's stupid unless you inject it, which is ridiculous because you have to do it like 4 to 6 times a day. Just stay away from it and do cartering. Better results. So yeah, put on a lot of muscle mass, a lot of strength. I actually lost a lot of mass afterwards, so there was definitely a lot of water weight. I wasn't eating enough to support that weight, so I lost a lot of the gains from after that cycle. I had a little bit of aggression from it. Strangely, I had gotten more aggression from Osterine, which is a more mild compound than either Rad-140 or YK11. So that's kind of always confused me. Overall, I really liked Rad because it's just strength like no other. Like the YK11 was like very strong, and I didn't run Rad by itself, so I couldn't say whether Rad-140 or YK11 is stronger. Personally, I think they're probably about the same. Maybe Rad-140 is stronger. I like the Rad more than the YK just because it had a way longer half-life, so it lasted a lot longer. And for that alone, I think it was just overall better. Again with this, I had a very difficult time sleeping, so I was taking melatonin a lot. It was when I was running this cycle that everybody was noticing me getting bigger. Like, everyone would see me and I just looked huge. It was amazing. I never noticed any hair loss with it, because like with me personally, YK makes my hair grow fast. So I know Rad-140 could make you lose hair. That could be the case, but I guess the YK purely overpowered that in like every way. But again, that's me in particular, so just because that works for me doesn't mean it will work for the next guy. So I liked Rad-140. It makes your muscles hard, like hard as a rock, and lean and strong. It doesn't necessarily give you size, but by giving you that strength, being able to push yourself like just that much further, that really like, because like, you know, size obviously comes with the strength, and it gives you the strength to be able to achieve that size. So yeah, it was a pretty quick cycle. It only lasted like 6 weeks because I was just playing with the dosing throughout it by upping it and lowering it and like just kind of experimenting. So yeah, overall, Rad-140, I recommend trying it. It's pretty interesting. Definitely gives you the gains that you're looking for. It's suppressive, so don't be shocked by that. But yeah, everything with me was able to return in a very small amount of time to normal very quickly. So yeah, Rad-140, pretty cool. That's just about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Peace out.